will probably be live. But hang on. YouTube is definitely on. You can say hi to YouTube.
Hey there!
Facebook is now on too.
Let me go
Happy
see.
anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary.
No, guys, I'm not going to sing for them.
I would have sung for you too, but your
ahead.
voice is so much nicer than mine. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Woohoo! Aww. Imagine 24 years and still together. That's just a joke from when I was in college. Okay. Hi, happy anniversary!
So, what were we doing this time 24 years ago?
We won't tell, Ellen. We were... Whoa! I was waiting for you in the church. And you were outside, all excited, so much so that you can't even remember the moment.
So I think I'm the only person in the world who doesn't remember her wedding. I really don't. I look at pictures and I kind of... I don't know, it's kind of there, but I don't really remember my wedding. I know.
But she was all dolled up and... Hey, Dave, can you pan this way a little, please?
Yeah, sorry.
She was all dolled up and smiling like... And she didn't change that expression except when she noticed the candles in one area weren't lit.
And then what did I do?
And then she was like... But...
So they forgot to light the candles.
Everyone's saying happy anniversary. Oh my goodness, there's
Thanks,
so many.
guys.
Thank you. Jerry says happy anniversary, lovebirds.
And we haven't killed each other yet.
Yet.
Yet is the word.
But it's only been 24 years, so there's still time.
Okay, guys. Today we are making chicken fried steak in honor of our anniversary.
Oh, Kyra's on. Hi, Kyra.
We don't make this very often. I think it's a mild pain in the butt to make, but it's not horrid. But
Lisa wants to know where our wedding attire is.
I told Heidi I should have worn my wedding dress. We don't make it all the time because...
We don't eat beef that much, do we? Well,
you
not
just
ground
like
beef.
chicken more. And so, anyway, yeah. Alright, let's get going.
But I love chicken fried steak. This is like my favorite thing out of Signing on a Dime, so...
This is Mike's #1 favorite recipe ever, I would say. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, I think it is. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright, so to get started...
Oh!
It was also cool because in the days when we couldn't really particularly afford to eat out at all, we were still able to have chicken fried steak on special occasions.
Yes.
So yay.
Okay.
Kitty wants to know how long have we been married? 24 years today.
Very long years.
But I'm patiently putting up with her anyway.
Oh!
Okay. So, I have my iron skillet over here. Haven't cooked with it for a while, so I'm going to do it today. And you can use whatever oil you want. I happen to not have any oil because I'm just so prepared, you know. And so what I'm going to use is bacon grease to make it today. So you want to start heating up your oil because you want it really good and warm. Now, now I'm making a slight adaptation to this. Now, this is a $5 meal, and we're doing the whole entire meal, and I forgot to have you put that in there.
A $5 meal?
Yeah, I should have had you put that in the description.
Well,
even
definitely.
with $4 hamburger, this is still a $5 meal.
Which we don't normally spend.
I normally do not spend $4 on hamburger, but they have not had hamburger on sale forever, and you really need hamburger. Now, I've already gotten one email that making chicken fried steak with ground beef is, in her words, blasphemous from Texas.
Blasphemous.
I will tell you, though, this is way better than anything you will ever eat. Do you not agree?
Yeah, actually, I'm from Texas, and I love the chicken fried steak in Texas, but this tastes the same, and you can cut it with a fork.
And you don't have to get your dentures ready to eat it. So this is way better. So for all of you who think that I'm being blasphemous by using ground beef, give it a try before you holler.
Which one is the best, though?
Huh?
Which one tastes the best?
Mine tastes the best.
No, I mean out of all the ones we experimented that one day.
Of what?
Remember that one day where we did all the different lean and fat ones?
Oh, which one tastes the best?
Yeah.
They taste the same.
Well, they all
I mean,
taste-
the high fat ones have more flavor. Now, Mike couldn't
Honestly,
get a high fat one
I like
today,
the less fat ones with seasoning.
Yeah, I actually
Yes.
looked for the high fat one because I thought it would be easier, but it turned out that the prices were really high on everything, but the least fat one was on sale for a lot less, which is still more than we would normally spend.
I
And the
normally
bacon
don't
grease is gonna
spend
make
more
it-
than $2, but
I think the bacon grease is going to make it awesome. More awesome.
okay. So now you need this recipe is in Dining on a Dime cookbook in our classic on page 183, which by the way is on sale for the best price that it's going to be for the rest of the year and probably ever. It is how much? 30% off with free shipping right now because
For the
we're
classic
having
edition.
for the classic edition our 20th. Oh, you smell good. Mmm.
Ew.
I could just eat you all up. You smell so good.
Wait,
We're having our 20th anniversary edition pre-ordering sale. This is not the 20th anniversary. This is the classic. So you can order either one. The 20th anniversary edition, though, has 28 more recipes. Has the story about how we wrote this. It has pictures of our family, and it has the recipe cards in it. So it is expanded and revised by 100 pages. But if you want the classic edition, it is on sale, so you can pick either one you want. Now, page 183. In the hamburger, I am putting my seasoned salt. I am. Are you excited for mashed potatoes? You love mashed potatoes, don't you? Okay, so I have liberally put in my seasoned salt because the recipe calls for salt and pepper and onion powder and crushed garlic. I don't have any crushed garlic right now, so I just put onion powder, onion powder, garlic powder, and salt and pepper in here, okay? And then you're just gonna mush this all together.
Let's get
Smells
some
good
real
already.
nice close-ups of her smushing the...
Does it smell delicious already?
Can you
Yep.
save some on the side for Dave?
Okay,
Please.
so now, what do you mean save some on this side for Dave?
Dave needs some meat.
Uh-oh, they're going to want to see the wedding picture before the show's over.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, everyone was asking for
Did
wedding
you put the
pictures.
wedding picture on there?
On where?
OBS?
I didn't.
Uh-oh.
Hang on.
But I can go get the one off the wall.
We'll have to get the one off the wall and show you what we looked like 24 years ago.
You want the wedded voice one?
Okay.
Simon says you haven't killed him yet.
Alright,
Or vice
Now.
versa. You want me to pop a little corner picture in there?
alright.
It'll obscure Dad, but...
Now, I got my bacon grease going a little too hot, so I'm pushing it off the burner here to let it cool down.
Okay. Oh.
Alright, now, then what you're going to want to do is,
Get
You
your
want me to-
anniversary
you want me to
frustrations
pop
out.
it on the top left?
why, do we have a picture in there?
Yeah. Oh, that's the thumbnail picture you used.
Oh, did we? Oh, yeah, you can.
The little square one.
Okay, show our anniversary picture.
I need that color screen. Yeah, you can run it.
Hey, here's Mom and Dad for like a sec.
We'll get the picture off the wall after we make the recipe so
Well,
you can see
yeah.
it closer up.
Cute little wedding picture.
Tara, you should be wine and dine today. Poor thing you have to cook.
I know! There's something wrong with this picture, I'm thinking. Oh, it's okay. I'm going to be wined and dined this weekend, actually. We decided we're going to go away for the weekend.
So after the wedding, did you guys think, what have we done?
Yes. Right about the Lewis and Clark sign.
You guys are like, oh no.
We don't
Yeah,
want to
they're
mention
in
the
for real.
Lewis and Clark sign, do we?
Nope.
What is that? Wait.
Okay, so I'm smashing the
Rosalie says, take your frustrations out on the crackers.
so I'm smashing the crackers to a very fine pulp here. Now you can get out your what's that thingamajigger called? Your food processor and do all this, but I hate cleaning extra stuff when I don't need to, so I just smash it with a rolling pin, and then I just don't have to worry about extra dishes.
Deanna says, Magnum PI mustache. Yes, I'm that old. Everyone comments about the stash. I didn't know how cool I was.
Oh, listen to you.
Tara looks the same.
All right, here we go. So I guess I age well, right?
Yes. Ooh, see, I didn't hesitate.
Yes, no hesitation. That's great. Okay, got our finely crushed crackers here. Now, I add. Oops. Oh dear. Okay. I add more seasoned salt to the flour mixture, okay? Yes.
So Tammy says, bring back the mustache. I'm thinking it might be a different color now.
Oh!
I don't know if I want to be that distinguished yet.
Oh, I like distinguished men.
Wait, men, what?
Man, a distinguished man. Sorry. That didn't come out very right, did it? Okay, so.
Love all the hair, Mike. Yes. I've tried a couple times to let it grow out, but once I cut it short, I didn't want to go through that middle stage again.
Yeah. Okay, so then I'm trying to do this like the recipe because I have this stuff memorized, and so I don't always follow it exactly how the recipe says, and then everybody freaks out. And
So
okay.
Susan wants to know, can you use breadcrumbs instead of crackers?
Yes, you can. And I'm putting my egg in my milk and beating it up. Okay.
And
Okay.
I'm sharing the recipe in the comments, but if you miss it, you can go to livingonadime.com and click show notes, and it's there too.
Okay, so I'm gluten-free, so I'm making me a couple of patties without anything on there.
Can you make me some?
Dave requested, because he doesn't like
Or ground beef too, that's okay. I don't
chicken
care
fried
which.
steak either, so let me get these going here.
I'm not into chicken fried steak.
So let me fry them up for the boys and I real quick.
Oh, that reminds me. We should go to Aunt, you know what?
You can go ahead and come up, Dave.
We should go out to that store sometime.
Go to what?
Aunt Alice's.
Aunt Alice's, why?
Because they have good food.
He just
This is not a
enjoyed it.
sponsored video, by the way.
Oh, you just want to go out to dinner, you mean?
It's just Dave pointing out that he misses good food.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. Mom's
What do
food
you
is good.
mean you miss good
So wait,
food?
what is it about this that you thought was too hard for me to make?
Well, you have to watch it so it doesn't burn. Because it can burn really easy.
And you think I would
So-
have trouble with that?
Well, I don't know.
So, because Cheryl was saying, wish you were cooking, Mike. There are a few people that requested I do this one, but Tara and Jill didn't think I'd be able to get it done, so I thought I'd watch it this time so that I can make it the next time.
I'm sorry, I didn't have faith in you. Okay,
I'm
sorry.
not complaining. Somebody asked about baking grease. What was it? Jesse, how long can you keep the baking grease before you need to pitch it and start over?
6 months. I keep it in the fridge.
It doesn't really last that long for us. It ever goes bad. does
I
it?
use it so fast that it doesn't last that long for us. So,
So,
I don't
Misty
know.
is asking, how many does 1 pound make? You're making smaller ones.
okay,
today.
so that's what I didn't get to yet, and I was going to explain. So, for the show today, instead of making 4 huge patties, I'm making 8 smaller patties. Okay? Because they will cook quicker. And so I want them to get done a little bit quicker here. And so that's what I'm going to do. Now, another trick. As you're cooking them, if your pan is not big enough, fry them up and get them done, and then put them on a cookie tray and put them in a warm oven to keep the first ones you've cooked warm while you're cooking the other ones. Okay? Does that make sense? So I'm going to put my oven on right now and get these first ones that I'm just cooking for the boys and I without any of the, stuff. Put those on the pan, and then we'll just keep them warm, okay? Now, go ahead and get these going. There, those are almost done. Now, what I'm going to do for these is instead of making, so normally the patties I make for this
Do you want me to go down?
are pretty large, okay?
Ooh.
So normally I make them about that big. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's my perfume.
You need a tissue?
That's about how big I usually make them.
Okay.
So about the palm of your hand.
Don't drop it.
I'm okay, thank you, Dave. Today I'm making smaller ones though, just so they'll cook faster for the show. So what you do is you make your little patty right there. Okay, Dave, come down. And then you're going to dip it in your flour and get it coated in your flour.
Sorry.
You're going to dip it in your milk and then dip it in your breadcrumbs. And then you're going to fry it, okay? So let me just get all of these made up first. Make it easy. Dip it in there. You can put them straight in the pan, that's fine. But I'm just going to make them so that Dave doesn't have to do a lot of fancy camera work here.
What page is that on in the book again? People are asking.
183. Well, and this one's slightly bigger, so we'll just do this one a little bit bigger.
And I'm sharing the recipe again, and if you can't find it in the comments or in the description where we're sharing it, you can go to livingonadime.com and click show notes, and it's there too.
Yeah.
But if you have Dining on a Dime, it's on page 183.
183.
I should have that page memorized. We don't actually make it that much, but it is for special occasions.
Yeah, I mean, I make it a couple times a year. Well, sometimes. I haven't
Come
made it
back up.
forever. All right, now. Okay, so these for the boys and I are done. So I'm going to stick them in here.
Diet. Yeah, I don't know that I need to. I don't think Tara would want me to diet. Do you?
Why?
Would you want me to dye my hair?
Oh, dye your hair? No.
I didn't think so either.
Men should not dye their hair. I'm
Jeannie
sorry.
wants to know: does Tara like the mustache? When I had it, you liked how it looked. Okay, you just didn't like it to touch you.
Okay, so then you take your patties and you stick them in your oil, just like so, okay? All right, now, the flour and crackers you can reuse, but what you have to do is you have to freeze it. You can't just put it in the fridge, you can't just keep it out. You have to freeze the flour and the crackers if you want to reuse them, okay? And you can. I usually don't, just because I don't make it that often.
So I'm thinking somehow one of us said something that confused people, because I got a couple comments like Susan's here. I thought you said it was your favorite recipe of all time. Now you say you don't like it. Actually,
What?
this is my favorite recipe in the book, probably. But maybe it's because you said I don't like beef. I like beef.
Oh,
I just
yeah.
don't eat as much beef as I used to, because if I eat a lot of it, my stomach doesn't feel good.
Yeah,
But-
he just doesn't eat a lot of beef.
But I like the taste of beef, and I love the chicken fried steak. So
Yeah.
that's why we don't make it all the time. So.
Okay, so then you're going to turn it as it gets kind of golden brown, okay?
Oh, yum. I wish you could.
Just a second, I'll show you.
Tara will bring the pan over in just a second. As Mike scoots away. Ooh, nummy nummy.
Oh. Straight up.
And I know she was talking about the size earlier. She has normally made them bigger than that, but
Yeah.
we're just not eating as much.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd make
I was
smaller
making
ones.
smaller ones for leftovers.
And yeah, for leftovers more.
Okay, so then Mike,
Sorry, Stormy wanted to know, did you add any spices to the crackers?
not to the crackers. I only add it to the meat and then the flour is the two that I think. So then Mike requested mashed potatoes and mixed vegetables. I know. Hey, I'll take it. It's easy. Now,
I used to eat fried okra and other stuff with it, but man, it's getting harder when I get older to eat all that fried stuff
yeah.
together.
So I just put, oh no, this one has the corn. Okay.
It's okay, no, that's fine. I bought that one,
Oh, okay.
so I knew it did.
So, I just put it in my microwave safe container with some water, put the lid on, and nuke it, okay? Now, he also asked for mashed potatoes. Now,
And I told her, you can use the box flakes if you want, because she doesn't usually do that.
I usually make mashed potatoes from scratch. Just a second.
Yes, Stacy, Valentine's Day is probably one of the best times to do that, because that's when I usually have Tara make it for me.
Usually I make it for his birthday and Valentine's Day. So, since it's our anniversary, I didn't feel like making homemade mashed potatoes. So, we are doing the box, but I have a couple of tips on the boxed mashed potatoes. So, I have my water already boiling back here. And here's a couple of tips. So, to make your mashed potatoes in a box taste better, you can use margarine or butter. I would say use real butter to make them taste a little bit more special. Now, here's another thing that I do.
What is special?
Garlic powder. I take garlic powder and I sprinkle a tablespoon or so in there. And then it adds a nice, yummy garlic flavor. So then you just take your mashed potatoes here.
So, people that are talking about the gray hair, in a little while, I have a story about that
What is that?
that I shared with Tara that I thought was funny.
Is that rice?
No, this is going to be mashed potatoes.
Oh, well, that looks like rice right there. Oh, is
It's
that
mashed potatoes?
Those are potatoes?
Yeah.
Whoa, it looks like tater tots.
So Francis wants to know why we use hamburger meat for this recipe.
Because it's tender and it's easy to cut. I will tell
really
you,
easy to
I
cut.
know that people will get on to me about how you just shouldn't use hamburger. But everybody who eats my chicken fried steak absolutely loves it. Oops, I just forgot to put in my milk. Oh dear.
Oh, Jennifer, Tara would just like the goatees and beards even more.
Oh man, don't even get me started on that. Yeah. Okay, so I forgot my milk here. Let me pour in my milk. Yeah, there will be no goatees or beards as long as you are married to me. Especially goatees. Oh my goodness. Sorry, all of you goatee lovers. Okay. So, now, to make this even more special, if you want, you can add some sour cream or cream cheese. You can add some cheese and make them cheesy mashed potatoes. I think I might need a bit more milk. Dave, can you have any milk?
Do you make gravy for the chicken fried steak? Yes.
Yes, and I'm going to make that in just a second.
So she makes it with the drippings out of the pan afterwards, so that's why she hasn't yet made it, but she will be making it.
It's almost there. Okay, so we pour just a tad more milk in here. Jack!
Yes, T. Greer, you cannot add too much garlic in my opinion. Okay, you can, but garlic is awesome.
Okay, so I'm putting my seasoned salt in here. You want to come try the mashed potatoes? Jack, get you a bowl. Jack wanted to be mashed potato taste tester here.
Funny thing, she usually makes the ones with the actual potato, like the whole potatoes and the milk and all that. But I actually like these just as well. These flake ones.
Okay. Let's put some butter.
As per usual.
Maureen says, I told my kids if I die and my hair's not dyed, I better get done. It better get done.
Okay, so Dave, show Dad first. Let Dad have the first taste test, okay?
Hang on.
Ooh.
Okay, you ready?
Wait, nope, not there we go. Everyone's showing.
Man, you doctored that even more than usual.
Here, just use this.
Yum.
Well, I want a spoon.
Oh man, that's good.
Okay.
So you put garlic and cheese in there?
No, I just put garlic in that
Oh,
one.
it tastes like it has cheese too.
Does it? Okay. Jack, do the taste test. Let's see what you think here. Okay, here we go. Any minute now.
Ooh, I'm curious to taste those so that you fry them in bacon grease. So who asked
What do
about
you
that?
think? You don't like it?
I love it.
Oh, I thought so. You crazy
I
guy.
like it, yeah.
You were making Mom look bad for a minute there. Okay, so now we have our chicken fried steak.
So you used to those
I'm
as
pretty
hamburgers?
sure it's done. Okay.
So are those ones just hamburgers for the kids?
Yeah, those are just hamburgers.
I
So
see.
I'm going to stick them on my tray here to keep them warm.
Although, Mom,
What?
they don't taste as good as if you use real potatoes.
You like the real potatoes?
Oh.
See, Dad doesn't mind either way. Okay, let's see. Can you have me a bowl, please?
Although I think steak they still
Large or
taste
small?
pretty good.
Good.
Oh,
Large.
what did you say about the instant potatoes? Because Stacy says, thanks for advice on using instant potatoes. Last time I made them, we could have spackled the walls with them. Is that too rubbery? Is that what that is?
I don't remember what I said. Okay, so I'm pouring out my extra grease here. And I'm leaving about 2 tablespoons, give or take.
Wait, oh, is that all
It's not
grease in the bowl?
really about 2 tablespoons. I need to add just a little bit more.
That
Okay.
is a lot of grease.
Oh, you're not putting it all in there. Oh, you don't use that much grease.
No, you don't use that much grease. You only keep about 2 tablespoons. So then, to make your gravy, you sprinkle your flour in here. Okay.
Mom,
Yeah.
it also tastes like you put a little too much garlic in it.
Did I put too much garlic? See, I was making it for our anniversary for Dad, so that's why I put extra garlic.
Because Dad's the garlic man.
Dad's the garlic man. Okay, so then you stir around your flour. Okay. All right. Can you hand me the? Oh, can you hand me the milk, please? Okay. And you do this first. That's how you get all the lumps out, guys. Okay. Now, if you're using cornstarch, I would mix your cornstarch
Zoom in on that.
again with your
it was
milk
blurry.
first,
Oh, it's
and
blurry.
then pour it in. Okay. So you're gonna pour that in. Then you're gonna add your milk.
I can't quite see it, but
That's okay. You're going to add your milk,
oh, there it is a little bit. You can kind of see that.
and then you're going to let this all warm up, and you're going to keep stirring. Okay? And you're just going to stir until it gets thickened. The trick to to gravy that's not lumpy is to put your flour in your grease, your oil, mix it up first and get all the lumps out, and then pour your milk in. That's the trick to doing it. If you're using cornstarch or arrowroot instead, if you're gluten-free, mix it in your milk first and then pour your milk in your fat. Now, if you don't have any fat left, let's say you decided you don't have enough grease, or you just decide to cook the hamburgers with a tiny amount of grease, add enough butter for your fat. You need about 2 tablespoons of fat
No?
to make your gravy. Gravy is like seriously one of the easiest things to make, but people get so intimidated by it. And the step that they miss is they don't dissolve the flour in the fat or dissolve the cornstarch in the milk. That
hearing you.
is the secret to getting lump-free gravy, okay? All right, so let me get this heated up here. And do we have any questions while I'm getting my
Is
gravy
there
up
any
to
more
temp?
mashed potatoes?
Whoa.
Yeah, right there.
Oh, we have a birthday song request, by the way.
Uh-oh.
She said last year when we sang it, we were all hoarse and croaky because we were sick.
Oh dear, were we sick?
Yep. So, Shan de Glam's Home Economics.
Huh?
Check out the name. Shan de Glam's Home Economics says, "Ooh, yay! Finally caught a live show. Always catching up."
Wow.
Shand glam.
Okay, so just keep stirring this until it comes to a boil and gets thick. Okay?
So
So it was pretty delicious, huh?
Amy had asked, did you not add a bit of sugar? I think maybe to the mashed potatoes.
Oh, I forgot! Yeah, you're supposed to add like a teaspoon of sugar, and I forgot. That was the other trick to making them taste homemade.
Yes, Nikki. Tara fried them in bacon grease, and she doesn't always use bacon grease, but
Wee whoops.
when I called to see if she needed any supplies from the store, she said, "Sure, we have everything." But the bacon grease gives it a really awesome flavor anyway. In fact, some of the
Yeah, it doesn't
restaurants, I think, theirs taste like this.
And you can
fried in
do
bacon
shortening.
grease.
You can do bacon grease. You can do canola oil, just vegetable oil, sunflower oil, soybean oil.
So you forgot to
Crisco.
put the sugar in.
I did, but that's okay. Okay, come on.
So about the boxed potatoes, they are. Somebody had mentioned that they're real potatoes, they're just dehydrated, and that's
Yeah.
true. But the thing is, it's just how you cook them, the consistency they come out with. If you don't do it right, you can make them turn to kind of plasticky, rubbery.
Yeah, and usually if they're plastic and rubbery, you didn't use enough milk, you know. And so that. Oh dear. Ugh.
Yes, Pamela.
Quick.
Oops.
Okay. I think crisis maybe averted.
It's just about to overflow.
Yes, Pamela.
guys.
She's working on the homemade gravy now. If I say yes, it's about to go over.
Okay.
Why don't you pour it into that big pan?
Kim says, how much flour do you use for the gravy? She says, mine never turns out. I'm going to share the recipe here. It's on the same link, post that as the chicken fried steak I'm sharing.
Yeah.
But if you can't find the link here, go to livingonadime.com and click show notes, and the link is right there too.
Okay, so it just depends on how much milk you use. Now, I accidentally added too much milk, and I kind of thought this, but this is good because I can show you how to fix it. So I put in too much milk, so what I'm doing is I'm taking my flour and I'm mixing it in a tiny bit more milk. That's probably about a tablespoon. I probably want about 2 tablespoons. Okay. So, and then here's the secret, guys, once again, to lump-free gravy. Now, just stir it. See how that's dissolving in the milk and all the lumps are going away?
Should I
Can you
zoom
see
in?
that?
Should I zoom in?
Sure.
Oh, there are the lumps.
See how the lumps are going away the more I keep stirring? Just keep stirring until you get all the lumps out. Just like so. Doop-de-doop-de-doo. Doop-de-doop-de-doo. Just like so, okay? Now, it's all delumpified. That's my new word.
Delumpified.
Okay, so we're gonna bring it back over here. And I'm gonna add just a little bit more to get it just a little bit thicker,
Ooh,
okay?
that's looking good. So Nancy
Okay.
wants to know, is the cast iron skillet a vintage one or a newer one?
I think it's from the 70s, so I'm not vintage yet, so it's not.
I was having a hard time thinking of a compliment to work in there.
Okay, there we go. Now we're getting it a little bit.
So Kathy asked, what's the baby's name that was being born in the last show? We do not know yet.
What?
We haven't heard.
Oh, and Heather's baby? I don't know.
She didn't tell us what they were going to name the baby.
Okay,
And she's
so
not
now
on.
see how it's really getting nice and thick, okay?
Hang on.
And I got a
can't
couple
really-
of little lumps that I missed, so I'm just pushing them. My fork is going down on the lump onto the bottom of the pan for the couple that I missed, okay? There we go. Now we're getting it. Okay, so now,
Can you not just boil it more?
huh?
Can you not just boil it more?
For what?
The gravy?
Yeah,
Doesn't it get thicker if you boil it?
yeah, you can.
Dude, Billy
So
the
I'm
Fly
adding
is returning.
salt.
So Kirsten asked, was that Ellie? So she must have been listening.
Yeah.
You show everybody your shirt?
Mind. Please.
Mind the gap.
Okay, does anybody know what that is? Okay.
I
So now
have
I'm
a
adding my
question.
pepper and my salt to get it up to proper seasoning. And this usually takes quite a bit of salt and pepper to get it to taste perfect. What, Dave?
Lisa wanted to know. She cooks the whole chicken and shreds it for future meals. What is the best way to store it in the fridge?
I just put it in freezer bags or sandwich bags depending on the amount that I need.
Wendy says, sorry, Soleil, I'm really sick, but y'all make me feel so much better. We're glad you
Aw.
made it. And hope we can distract you from that. You know what kitchen bouquet is? Joanne
Oh, yeah.
is asking if we ever use it for dark
Uh-uh.
gravy.
I don't. It's kind of a colorant. I don't know if it's a flavorant or not because I don't ever use it that much, but it's mostly a colorant. Okay, Dave, can you hand me a plate? So, here is what our gravy looks like. Oh my goodness.
Dad might have to hold it.
Ah, sorry.
I can't see, is it in?
Yeah.
Ooh, that looks delish.
Okay.
Ooh, doggy. Where's
So
my
then-
hamburger patty? Oh, it's in there.
Well, it's just keep it warm.
So the boys don't understand the charm of chicken fried steak, so Tara just makes them hamburger patties
No.
when
Yeah.
we eat the real good stuff.
Well, I like simplistic stuff, okay? I'm not a big fan of all the salads and...
Okay, so
What? Those are so small. They're kind of cute.
now let's get our gravy.
I'm in line. Here's my plate. Next to the queue.
Okay, and then we will get some butter. All right, the veggies will have to come here in just a little bit. All right, Dave, can you go ahead and get my soap cutter, please? And there is the chicken fried steak. Now, let's cut it open.
Do you want me to see if...
Oh, this is hard holding it up. Hold on. Okay.
Tilt it down just a little? Whoa, nummy. Super nummy.
Okay, so now let me cut a thing. And let's hope it tastes good. Wow, that looks pretty good.
Mm.
Okay.
Dun dun dun!
Hey, Mom, it's not down here.
Oh, Dave, I think it's out in the garage. I'm sorry. Sorry. Did I burn your
fine.
mouth?
You're fine, Mom.
Yum.
Was that delicious?
That is delish. Have a little
So
bit.
that is chicken fried
the
steak,
faders.
page 183 in Classic Dining on a Dime cookbook, which is 30% off with free shipping right now.
Yum.
Okay, so I'm just gonna scoop my gravy over here.
So
Get
go on, Buster.
Dave. Okay, here you go, Dave.
You got me too?
Okay, so we have some questions and some. We need to do a birthday song,
And an anniversary.
and we need to show the wedding picture because everybody wants to see it.
The other ones. Here, I'll go get that.
The one in the hall.
Is it delicious?
Okay. Jennifer Weber says, I love how Tara keeps it real in the kitchen for us. Lisa, Tara, I like to cook a whole chicken and shred it for future meals. What is the best way to store it in the fridge?
I answered that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Okay.
It feels pretty loose.
Okay, here's our wedding picture so everyone can see.
Be uber careful not to drop it because I almost dropped it. Hang on, I'll zoom in.
No, we'll just move it closer to the camera.
Yay.
Aw.
Oh, look
How
how
sweet.
cute.
How
Wow.
sweet it is to be loved by you.
Ooh.
Here you go, Dave.
What?
Okay.
Man, this show is gonna be.
Yum. Okay. Should we do the birthday song while we're here?
Birthday song. Yes. Okay.
Let me just check real quick here. Oh, and also it was Mick's birthday. We should sing to Mick while we're on it.
It was. Bandana Grandma's Mick?
Yeah. Let me just make sure we didn't miss any other announcements at the moment. Okay. Okay, so it is Eileen and Mick. And Eileen says, thank you for all the happy birthday wishes. I'm hoping I can get Mike and Tara to sing to me last year. They were sick and had sore throats. Oh, she said she didn't have the nerve to ask, so we weren't croaky.
Oh.
All right.
Sorry.
Bless you. I feel I'm saying happy anniversary. I guess that would work in some countries. All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Eileen and Mick. Happy birthday to you.
Woo!
Yay!
Happy birthday, Mick and Eileen.
Yay!
Okay, so I'm cutting Stonehouse.
Stonehouse is the soap flavor?
Is the soap scent that I'm cutting today. I had a moment of hesitation because I could not get my brain to...
That's really good chicken fried steak.
Oops, okay, that end piece isn't quite what I wanted. Let's try again here.
Christine says, my old neighbor used to add a can of cream of mushroom or cream of chicken soup to her mashed potatoes, and it was yummy.
Oh yeah, that would be good. Okay, this isn't quite the swirl I was hoping for.
I'm sharing the chicken fried steak recipe again, if you wanted it and you missed it.
Here, now we're getting better.
What page is that on Tiny at a Time again? 183?
183.
Wow, I remembered. Let's see, what other questions do we have?
You can get these at homemadesoapmakingsupplies.com. These small ones are part of my men's sampler set.
So Karen wants to know how many books did we sell on the special the first day?
Well, books total, like sets and everything.
Well, she just wants to know if since that
How many orders or how many books
Since that
did we-
day you were signing them, how many are you going to have to sign?
So I'm going to have to sign more than 1,000. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Janet.
Ooh, that one's nice.
Janet said, love this recipe. My family would eat this. Yes. It's delish.
Yay.
So people were talking about gray hair. And I forgot who it was, but one lady said that she told her family that if she dies and her hair's not dyed, it better get done before the funeral. And, but other people were talking about their gray hair and how they like it. And I was telling Tara, you know, it's funny because in the Bible there are a lot of proverbs that say, what is it? The like gray hair is a crown of glory. And all this stuff. And I told her, can you imagine if the angels watching people are there and people are dyeing their hair and the angels are kind of snickering because they're like, why do they want to look like they're the kids again and lose their crown of glory? Guess I didn't say that as well as I said it
So
the
what
other
are
day.
you saying about me?
I was just joking because I thought how kind of amusing that would be in that perspective, and I never
I
thought of
see.
that. Tara thought it was funny the other day when I told her. You're just humoring me because we've been married 24 years.
No, I'm kidding. So I have a question for you guys on the sampler sets, okay? I need to know something here. So, would you guys rather, for the sampler sets, I think these, even though they're pretty thick, might break easier in the shower. So would you rather for your sampler sets have one that's like this, or, let me show you here, have one that is, well, Well, I didn't quite get those even. Or one that is like this. Which would you prefer? Let's see, what would we call this? Okay, number 1 or number 2? Would you like number 1 or number 2 better for the sampler sets? This one looks more impressive, but I think this one is easier to handle, but they weigh the same.
For me, this shape is really hard to use.
Why is it hard to use?
Because I usually do this with a soap bar and like turn it over and over and stuff like that. And I can't do it with that, the little square one. Maybe it's just because I'm a guy and my hand is bigger.
Okay. So guys, let me know. Would you rather have 1 or 2? They weigh the same. They weigh the same. Now, Dave, can you hand me the soap out of the fridge, please? Or a freezer?
So
People are saying.
So that one was Stonehouse, if you guys want it.
Number 1 has the most votes so far.
which one was number 1?
Oh, seriously? You guys like number 1
2. I think number 1 won.
better than number 2?
Okay, what did I hear?
My soap, yeah. Interesting. Okay, so now this one is my grapefruit soap.
Yeah, definitely number 1.
Oh,
On
seriously?
YouTube.
Is that what they're saying on YouTube?
So that's
Okay.
a short soap mold.
Yeah. This is the one I sell at Homemade Soap Making Supplies for Beginners. I love it.
Linda wants to know, where did you get the long soap mold? That was from Daryl.
That is also Homemade Soap Making Supplies. Our friend Daryl makes them for us. Go to Soap Equipment, Homemade Soap Making Supplies, Soap Equipment, and then you'll see it on there, okay? Now,
I'll share the link for that right here.
this one is being a bugger, getting out of the mold. Oh, there we go. Finally. Okay. Because I used more water in this grapefruit so I could get a better swirl. Ooh, look at that. Loving that. Look at that.
Ooh, that's really
Isn't that
pretty.
cool? Okay. So you guys, where are we at on 1 or 2s, guys? I need to know what the public wants.
2 2 2 1 2 2 1 2 1 1 1 1. We should count them all. Do we have an official counter? Music Man says the
YouTube
thicker
definitely won. Number 1.
Smelled grapefruit. So this is in my Christmas sampler set, the grapefruit
Linda
is.
says maybe a mix.
Well, I don't think I could do a mix because it would be too hard on the shipping.
I think 1
I've
is the
gotta figure out I've got to figure out 1 and stick with it.
Lots of people were saying, thanks, I know what to eat for supper now. This is really good. In fact, it's so good. Mike was having a hard time
You're gonna go ahead
resisting
and eat
eating
it
it
for
all on the
supper?
show.
There's grapefruit. Ooh, I'm loving it.
Beautiful grapefruit soap, and I like that size too.
That is going to be in our Christmas sampler, which I'm almost done with. Tomorrow I'm going to try and make gingerbread that goes in there. I'm trying to get the gingerbread done.
Pamela says, my sister and brother-in-law are celebrating their 24th anniversary today too. Must have been a good time to get married.
Aww.
Yep.
I wanted to get married on New Year's Eve.
Oh, we don't have, I don't know where the picture is. We have pictures of the church where the colors are all changing behind it. It's,
Yep.
it's a little wooden, kind of little house on the prairie, Lincoln log
Just
kind of
look it up.
church.
You
In,
can show them real quick.
even just, the pictures that they have.
Just do Ellensburg Community Church. Aren't those pretty? Oh, man, that smells so good. Oh, that smells good. Man. Okay, here's one more. Oh, I'm loving it. So that's in my Christmas sampler set, guys.
So let's see.
All right.
Oh, I was trying to get a picture that's.
Wait, did you mix
You
up?
show 'em that.
Do you mix up which one was number 1 and 2?
No. This one's number 1 on the size, and this one's number 2. So let me know which size you like better.
Well, if I blow it up, it's really huge. Okay, so. Do you have that?
Yeah.
So this is the church. where we got married. Can you see it okay?
Yeah.
Whoops. I wasn't prepared. It didn't have one prepared for that. I can actually click it, but then it gets to be so huge that it's a lot of it's cut off. But it's kind of an antique-y, kind of old log cabin church up in Ellens Park, Colorado. And it was the church where we went at the time.
Sure looks cute.
It was really a great place, and that's where we got married. And at the time we got married, because it was the end of October, the colors were changing and all the trees were. I have a picture. They're like orange and yellow and a little bit of green, so it was really gorgeous.
I used to live next door to that church.
Yeah, she lived.
When we met, that's where I was living.
Is there a difference in how much is inside each bar?
Mm-mm.
Did you
These-
mathematically calculate it?
1 and 2 weigh the same. Well, I didn't mathematically calculate it right now, but
Do you see how much
I would-
surface area was?
you just put it on a scale, Dave. Okay,
Yes.
hold on. Since Dave is being particular here.
Number 2 is good for surface area, but number 1 is good for weight.
Okay.
So white just for me says I use
Number 1
bath
is
mitts.
good for-
Bath mitts, so I prefer number 1. I would think number 2 would break or dissolve quickly. It probably would dissolve quickly. 'Cause it's thin.
It probably breaks easier. So,
What's the story on how you proposed, Dad?
Oh yeah, somebody else asked that earlier.
okay, so this is 1.9 ounces and this is 1.6, so they're super close to the same size.
Linda says, "Happy anniversary, awesome church, awesome couple."
Thank you.
So what was the story on how I proposed? You want to tell it since I'm the one that always tells it?
No, I'm tired.
See if you come up with the same story. Well, we used to spend all of our time out in the Rocky Mountain National Park during the short amount of time that we were dating. And there was a waterfall that we really liked. So at the time, there was a big rock in the stream below the waterfall. And so we decided to have a picnic on that rock. And I asked her then. And,
No, I did not know he was going to propose.
but what was funny...
I thought he was going to propose on my birthday and he did it 3 days early.
So I didn't want her to expect it. So what was funny is her answer was, "Oh yeah, sure." And then she said, "Wait, are you really asking?"
Okay,
What?
so I'm going to do another giveaway. We're going to do a drawing for the giveaway from Wednesday for the Dishbone. If you can pull up Friday's video, Mike.
Let's see. Oops. Right. Get it here. Friday's video on YouTube.
So, one of our viewers sent us this cool thing that they made. It's called a Dishbone. You can find it on Amazon. And I said that I would give away 4 of these. But
Who is it?
here's another thing.
Do you remember
It's over there.
which video? Pumpkin
That
cookies?
one. Here's the thing. If you guys have stayed and watched the video this long, we're going to do another giveaway.
What? That's awesome.
So I'm going to give you a little factoid, and after the show is over, go and comment, get your paper and write down the answer, because if you're still on here, you got a head start.
What's the factoid? Or what's the answer? Oh, you're waiting to give the answer.
The answer is 5.
5.
So, what is the question? And it has to do with our marriage. And it has to do with proposing. And it has to do with Dave being a baby with the trash.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking.
Do you drop me in the trash and I didn't know it?
What? Okay, so I have things coming to mind, but I'm the guy who is there, and I'm not sure.
So, the question is, how many wedding rings has Tara... Oh, 6! That's wrong. It's 6
6.
now. Oh, dear.
It's imperfect.
But we'll do the answer for 5, because I forgot I just got another one. Okay.
But that
so,
one wasn't gotten because
the
you
question-
lost or destroyed it like the previous
Well,
ones,
that's
right?
true. The question is, how many wedding rings has Tara had? And
Jamie
she has
wants-
had 5 wedding rings.
Yes,
I could not. And where did we buy our first wedding rings?
So we bought our first wedding rings at a pawn shop
We did.
in downtown Longmont, Colorado. And the irony is, there was one, Tara's like, it's no problem. Yeah, I think that she's the one that suggested it. She's like, I don't think we should spend all our money on jewelry. And well, I'm kind of glad she said that because I don't know how many years it was before the first one was annihilated, but they've been destroyed or lost. And I was thinking, I'm glad that we didn't spend a fortune on them for that. But the funny thing was, there was one that we were looking at for me that said,
Yeah.
well, the first one we looked at, that was the right style and everything, but inside it had an inscription that said "Forever Alice 93," and it was 94 when we were looking to get married. So we were thinking, I'm really sorry, Alice. I guess forever was a lot shorter time.
Jamie,
But we were thinking, I don't know if I want to have a ring like that. It might bode poorly. But anyway, it turned out I actually I need to lose a little weight because mine doesn't quite fit me at the moment.
Yeah.
But
right.
I really like it, and I have the same one.
So I've had 5 wedding rings. We will do a giveaway on
5 or
Wednesday.
6?
Well, I've had 5. We'll do 5 for official. And then Wednesday's show we'll draw. So comment 5. Comment 5 if you want. Pick another winner because she didn't do it. So if you want to try and win a Dining on a Dime cookbook, they had to do something special. Okay. So, okay. Okay. Comment number 1, Sandra Seeley. She said, I want the dish thingy. Looks cool. Okay, so Sandra, you're getting one. Next person, Mike.
Oops. Right, I'm just making sure I get her name down. Okay, next person, just click it again.
Yep. Pick another random winner.
Dun, 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 dun. I'm so excited.
Nope. Pick another one. She didn't say what she was supposed to say.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay.
Starting again.
Hold on. Here we go. We're going to do another one.
So following... Well, of course, a lot of these are just comments that people weren't trying to enter.
Okay. Oh, people! Yay!
Yay!
Okay. You win the next one.
So do you need addresses?
I have people.
Oh, wait. How many are you giving away? I thought you
4.
said 2. 4. Oh, okay. So
everyone is spamming
keep
5.
drawing.
Okay, but wait till the show's over, guys, and then comment 5, because we have to have it in the comments after the show.
Oh my! Hey, you guys are giving them a secret thing at the end.
Okay. Hope floats. Woo!
Woohoo!
Okay, and one more.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm just making sure I get the names
Okay,
recorded so we know who it was. Dun dun dun.
These hamburger things?
Yes. Dun 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 dun. I'm so in suspense.
Ivor Calhoun.
Yay!
You guys are the 4 winner, and then my assistant Heidi gets the last one.
And she says, I love your show. Thank you. We love
Thank
having
you,
on.
guys. All right, so after the show is over, go comment 5 if you want to enter to win a Dining on a Dime cookbook. Don't
Just the
forget,
number.
guys, it's our 20th anniversary edition pre-sale right now, going until October 29th, which is what, Monday? No,
Well,
Wednesday?
Monday. Well, it was Monday that was ending. I think that's the 29th.
Monday?
Maybe you should look on the calendar.
I think it's Monday. So you have until Monday to get the sale price with, oh man, look at, okay. So here's the thing. We'll pick one winner since everybody just commented. We'll pick a winner right now for the Dining on a Dime, and then we'll do another one for all of you after the show. If you didn't win, we'll do it. Okay, so you can't do a random generator, so let go. Here we go. Close your eyes.
Random.
Okay, tell me when to stop.
No whammies and stop.
Fabricolic
Fabricolic.
5.
Jamie,
Yay.
Oh no, 5 was.
Jamie wants to know what this does.
So
So you held it. Oh, so you put it over your sink, and it's supposed to dry your dish rags and stuff.
That's
pretty cool.
So
See?
Fabricolic needs to send us an address and
Yes.
email address and all that. Okay.
So send us your address.
Your mailing address.
Your
Yeah.
mailing address to editor@livingonadime.com. Then everybody else who didn't just now win, wait till the show's over. Comment 5 again after the show, and we'll do another winner, okay? Thank you very much for joining us. Please visit us at livingonadime.com. Thank you for celebrating our anniversary with us. Mwah.
Oh wait, They did ask how long was it before we knew we wanted to get married.
I don't know.
Guys, don't
2 months,
comment
maybe?
right now.
2 months, maybe.
Okay.
Wait.
How long did you know?
Sooner than that.
How soon?
So we actually were engaged at 3 months, which
Yeah.
I think both of us previously had said we probably would never
How
do
soon
that.
did you know?
Well, I felt like when I saw you, I knew.
Well, you never told me
Yeah,
that.
I told you about the whole apron thing and all
Well,
that.
you
She
didn't
was
tell me
working
you
in a
thought
fudge
you'd marry
shop.
me.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I felt like God told me this is the one. So after that, I
Oh.
didn't spend a whole lot of time thinking too hard about it.
It was love at
Wow.
first sight.
So, yeah. So there you go.
Would you have gone home and cried in your tea or in your
Yeah.
Earl Grey
Scroll up.
if I would have said no?
Oh, fuck.
Maybe, but I would have thought, okay, maybe I was hearing the wrong voice. So,
All right, 24 years of wedded bliss is what Heidi said.
yes, and Heidi, that was an awesome picture you made. I did send it in the newsletter, but it was too small to put it on the show, but
Yeah.
we did show it as much as we could.
I wouldn't. Would you say it's been wedded bliss?
Mostly.
Yeah, I was gonna
Well,
say, what's up
the
with
one
that
thing is,
title?
if you haven't been married,
kind of bummed.
I think no matter how good the connection is, there's a certain time close to the beginning where everybody has to get used to each other and figure out each other's quirks and flaws and things like that. And
Tread carefully.
well, hey, you would say the same thing, right? I'm saying everybody, so I'm not making it sound like it's all you. Just kidding. See, we can joke like this after 24 years because she'll wait to hit me till after the show's off.
Oh, are you ready for it to go off?
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. We will see
So-
you guys on Wednesday.
Oh, and it's comment on the YouTube video.
Comment on the YouTube video
not after the show
after
stops.
the show. Give
After the
us
live
give
show
it 5 minutes to post, and then comment 5, and you can go enter to win another cookbook.
stops. Yep.
But you have to wait until it says we're offline.
Yep.
But
And
so,
then you go back
and
into
we're going
videos.
offline right now. Have a good night. Visit us livingonadime.com. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Thanks for joining us on our anniversary.
Hold a pose for a sec. Okay, let's stop.